Now, if your noodles are working today, you will recall that yesterday we were talking about men and what they've turned into. And I think we proved conclusively that these are not men. Boy, it's scary just looking at them lined up there like that. But oddly enough, this leads us right into today's topic, which is women. Where did the real ones go, and what are their phone numbers? Now, fasten your seatbelts, kids, because I'm going to show you an example of, today's woman. See, when I put these women up here with these guys, I don't know, maybe you break even. I like a woman with hips.
Mr. Drexell?
Yeah.
Don't all women have hips?
Yes, they do. Yeah. Now, do you know when this all got started, guys?
When, Mr. Drexell? When? I can hardly wait.
Really? It all got started when women got their rights, you see. And I don't mean their rights to vote. I mean their rights to drive.
Mr. Drexell, my mother's a woman.
What a coincidence. So is mine.
And Mr. Drexell, she didn't go anywhere. She drove me to school this morning.
The temptation to crash must have been overwhelming.
Mr. Drexell, you're so funny. You're the best teacher I ever had.
Thanks.
Mr. Drexell, can I have a hug? My mother forgot to give me my hug today.
Mr. Drexell, give the poor little squirt a hug. You'll love it.
Go ahead, Mr. Drexell. That'll be cool.
It sure would be nice, Mr. Drexell. You're the only man in the whole world I look up to.
I tell you what, Mitchell, I've got a better idea. Why don't you go hug that big junkyard dog next door?
I love this guy.
Now, getting back to women, where they went...
I want to shoot my dad.
Oh, the back! Well, thanks for coming down for Parent-Teachers Night. So if you have any problems of any kind with young Stuart, just remember, I told you so. Oh, boy.
Mr. Drexell!
Oh!
Hey, you can sing, too. I told you he can do anything. You'll love him.
Mr. Drexell, we're Mr. and Mrs. Sasko.
Oh, you're Mitchell's mom and dad. Gee, I'd love to chat with you, but Parent-Teacher Night is over right now. I'm sorry.
We've heard so much about you.
Have you really? Well, you just missed me.
Mr. Drexell, we need to talk about our son, Mitchell.
Well, why don't you use my classroom? Just remember to put the chairs on top of the desks and then lock the door when you leave.
We need to speak to you.
Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what. Could you follow me down the hall to the front door?
Yes.
Could you follow me to my car?
Sure.
Well, where won't you follow me?
We feel Mitchell is capable of doing much better if you just spent more time with him.
Well, Miss Sasko, I don't want to spend more time with him.
Well, in his last school, Mitchell did very well because his teacher spent an extra 2 hours with him every week.
Really?
We expect you to do the same thing, only for the first year or so.
Oh.
You know, until Mitchell gets adjusted. Oh, you could spend every recess with him. Praise him frequently. He doesn't respond well to negativity.
Could I tell you what I think?
Well, sure, if you get permission from her.
Mitchell needs your help.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Drexell, exactly what is the problem?
The problem is I don't like him. I just don't like him.
Mr. Drexell, couldn't you think of him as the son you never had?
Well, let me put it this way. I'd rather think of him as the son nobody ever had.
Nonsense. I think the problem is you. I don't think you're a very devoted man, and I don't think you're a very good teacher.
Oh, excuse me. Does the circus know that you've escaped?
I'm leaving.
Do they know about this?
Boy, Mr. Drexell, you're the greatest.
Mm-hmm. Yet another good reason not to conceive close to a microwave.
Let me give you a
simple test, Mr. Drexell. The reason for parent-teacher night is A, to exchange information between parent and teacher, or B, to insult the father and inform the mother you wish her child had never been born. Take your time.
Do his parents look like first cousins to you?
You make light of this. Do you have any idea what I've painstakingly built up over the years?
Immunity to your own venom?
I don't ask that you respect me, but I demand you respect the parents.
Miss Itkin, this may not be the right time for this, but I was just wondering if you could bend the rules a little bit on this union health plan.
Why?
It's my back.
Oh, does it hurt?
Oh, yeah.
A lot?
Excruciating. Yeah. In fact, sometimes I get locked like this and I can't move for about an hour.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
This is more fun than the Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland.
It's very funny. But I was just wondering if you could fudge a little bit on the dates and say that I've been here over a year. You see, then I could get a discount on these pain pills.
I wouldn't give you a quarter to dial 911 if you were hanging off a cliff by the last hair on your arrogant behind.
Fair enough. But maybe if you could just sign at the bottom there, then I could fill in the dates up here.
Inexplicably, young Mitchell has bonded with you, something he hasn't even done with his own father. Now, why don't you like him?
I don't know. Why didn't Frankenstein like that little humpy guy with the whip?
I'm mandating that you spend extra time with him after school on a regular basis.
No, whoa, you can't do that to me.
Oh, that's the wonderful thing about this job. I can. And I will.
Miss Itkin, I have my rights, too. Stop!
Oh,
Yep.
my! Where is my camera for these special moments?
Right, Mitchell Sosko. Yeah, he was in your school last year. Right, I was just wondering if you remember anything unusual about him. Any strange behavior, disrupting classes, any bizarre cattle mutilations in the area at all?
Hey, you weren't supposed to be in my files, Otis.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you very much. I can't find anything on this kid.
Oh, Mitchell really likes you. He talks about you all the time.
Yeah, like John Wilkes Booth talked about Abe Lincoln.
You're imagining things.
No, Rosie, I'm not. I'm telling you, there's something very strange about this kid. He just... Wait a minute. You remember those Omen movies? I'll bet he's got those 3 6s. I'd like to shave his head and take a look.
Oh, Mr. Drexell.
Hello, Rosie. I'm Grandpa Grammar.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, look, it's me, Mr. Otis.
Isn't he, darling?
Yeah, I made it myself.
Roscoe, we got to introduce you to a woman, and quick.
Mr. Drexell's worried about Mitchell Sosko.
Well, of course he is. He's bothered by anybody who's polite and hardworking. Come on, Grandpa, let's leave mean Mr. Otis alone with his thoughts. Oh, my, that really would be alone, wouldn't it?
Roscoe, can you slide your hand up there anytime you want, or does old Grandpa have to have a few drinks first?
Daddy, I need a couple 20s.
What for? Oh, to buy the rest of that outfit?
Why, Dad, you never mind when your date's dressed like this.
Honey, you want to end up with a guy like me?
I think I'll change. How about those 2 20s, Daddy?
Now, what do you need $40 for, sweetheart?
So we have something left over to buy groceries with after you get cleaned out tonight.
Cleaned out? Hey, this is my night, Charlie. What do you mean cleaned out?
Wow, Dad, you set the table for your poker game. Usually you force us to do that.
Yeah.
Mr. Drexell, the potato skins are done.
Just put them on the table there, Mitchell, and then go wash the dishes.
Dad, he's supposed to be learning from you, and you've made him a slave?
He's learning. A little history lesson. Roots of the Civil War.
Daddy,
Honey, don't worry about it. Another hour, I'll emancipate the little...
The way you're treating Mitchell, that's pretty low, even for you.
Hey, I don't mind. I just want to be around Mr. Drexell and serve him.
See? Listen and learn, honey.
Mr. Drexell, you think I could have some of the raw potato I scooped out of those skins? I haven't had my supper.
Yeah, go ahead. That'll be my little treat. What?
How could you make a child who loves and trusts you do something this demeaning?
Honey, I have no choice. You can't get those kids that hate you to do squat.
I'm taking a car.
Okay, it might be a little rough ride for you, honey. There's a Denver boot on the front tire. Mitchell, what are you doing out here? You've got work to do. Now, listen. I told you about the little cheese squares. Now, you got to fill up the bowls with pretzels, dice some onions. Holy smokes! Mitchell, I'm going to call 911, and you get in there and fight that tire. I'm telling you, he set my kitchen on fire.
There seems to be a lack of communication here. The word tutor traditionally means teach by spending extra time with, not take home and attempt to incinerate.
You don't understand. I'm lucky to survive. Oh, and my back is a lot worse.
Oh, so all you're really thinking about is yourself. That child could have been severely traumatized.
Well, what about me? Maybe you're used to sleeping in a bed with 12 firemen in it, but not me.
You didn't teach Mitchell a thing.
Of course I did.
You made him cook cocktail weenies.
Well, you ever hear of home economics?
You made him vacuum your carpet.
Ecology, physics.
You made him set up a poker table.
Statistics, practical mathematics, laws of probability.
You are a pure, unadulterated sleaze.
Excuse me for the interruption, but I have some news of the gravest importance. This man, out of pure jealousy for my advanced teaching methods, has stolen Grandpa Grammar.
Have you checked your right hand? Maybe it got jealous.
Grandpa Grammar was locked up in his nighty-night box, and somebody picked the lock with this.
Oh, my God, another senseless puppet napping.
You are such a weasel, Drexell. You should be in the federal prison, not molding impressionable young minds.
Tough talk from a man whose underwear comes out of a plastic egg. Miss Itkin, I beg you, you've got to get this kid out of my life.
The school psychologist says it's essential at this time that you not sever the emotional bonding between you and Mitchell.
What about me? My kitchen caught fire. I lost every knife, fork, and plate I owned. Do you know how many meals I have to eat at Howard Johnson's to make up a complete set of 8?
You're spending more time with him tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, but no cooking, no cleaning, no card games. Is that clear? You are not to take him out of this school.
Thank you. Oh, have you seen clear to write that insurance letter for me?
What's my motivation? You're in pain.
Okay, any more questions on the 5 senses? Kenny.
If you can't see anything, you're blind. If you can't hear anything, you're deaf. So if you can't feel anything, what are you?
My first wife.
Hey, Mitchell, my man, backdraft. Hey, Mitchell, couldn't you at least wait until the fire spread to, say, the living room before you told Drexell?
Mitchell, it appears I owe you an apology. Miss Itkin explained to me that you need a little extra attention. Perhaps I have been insensitive to those needs.
I used to idolize you, Mr. Drexell.
Mitchell, don't idolize me, okay? If you want a hero, look to your father. Maybe he can think of someone.
Too late for apologies, Mr. Drexell.
Yeah? Why is it too late?
Oh, forget it. I have something for you. Just something I saved from the fire.
That's from a 1947 Brooklyn Dodgers baseball game. That is autographed by one of the great pinch hitters of all time. Throw me the ball.
Catch!
Ow! Oh, my back. My back's locked. call the paramedics. Oh.
I was afraid that might happen. Perhaps if you rested.
Oh! This isn't funny. It's not funny, Mitchell.
Hey, your baseball got all dirty.
Yeah.
Maybe I should rub it clean.
No.
What's to say? Cookie.
Cookie Lavagetto. Look, that thing is priceless, all right? Just put it down somewhere.
Cook Lavagetto now.
Oh, Lord.
Cool lava, even funnier.
Stop it.
I like it best like this, though. Plain old CL.
Look, you're in big trouble, my man. Now, cut the nonsense. Go get some help.
What have we down here?
Mitchell, what are you doing? Look, you know it's not nice to scare poor old Mr. Drexell, right?
Ah!
Oh, Lord. Grandpa Grammer.
Grandpa doesn't like you very much.
Yeah.
He wants to squeeze your nose.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to do that. I talked to him earlier. Look, Mitchell, I'm not going to humor you anymore, Mitchell.
Grandpa.
Grandpa, listen to me. Mr. Davis has been looking for you all day long.
We're tired of Mr. Davis. We want to play with you.
I'll tell you what, Mitchell. You know, in the nurse's office, there's a jar there of the best tasting candy. They're called Thorazines.
Nice try, Teach. Oh, creep. Oh, I forgot. I'm the blackboard monitor.
No.
And these erasers look like they could use a good cleaning.
What are you doing behind my back, you little... Oh!
Beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, huh, Mr. Bet you can't eat just one. That's nice. Eat up, boy. Doesn't look like you've had your measles shots, does it?
Yeah, I have.
Uh-oh, you just caught it. Next on WKR Mitchell, we have a request from a Mr. Otis Drexell.
No, we don't, Mitchell. We don't have a request.
Yes, he wants to hear Welcome to the Jungle 51 time.
No, he doesn't.
More volume, Axel. No, these ants want to get into your pants real bad now.
Yes. Oh, no.
But you know, I don't think they can find their way.
Mitchell.
But look what I found. 3 packs of sugar. This ought to give them a nice trail to follow.
They're not hungry.
Guys! What, Grandpa? You want to take off his shoes and play Turkish prison?
No. No, he doesn't.
You're right. Grandpa here has a much better idea.
Grandpa doesn't have any more ideas, okay? Look, if you want to really torture me, you'll just leave, okay?
He thinks he's talking to a moron, Grandpa. If I'm a moron, I probably shouldn't have these firecrackers.
Mitchell, now look, I don't know what the grandpa has in mind with those firecrackers, but you talk him out of it, okay?
What? Huh? I'm just a big potato skin serving idiot, Mr. Drexell.
Oh, God.
Why, I wouldn't even bother talking to him.
Mitchell, come on, give me a break here, okay? Now, what are you doing? Mitchell, what are you doing, son? What? No. Fire is not good, son.
Hasta la vista, baby. Mommy and Daddy! I feel so much better.
Mitchell, you're not whining and you're hugging your father.
Mrs. Sasko, will you please untie me?
What happened here?
Mr. Drexell was teaching me about terrorism and hostages. He told me to tie him up to better illustrate his point.
Very clever, Mr. Drexell.
Just get over here and untie the ropes, will you please?
I hope Mitchell hasn't been any trouble. He is a very active child, but deep down he's really a sweet kid. Oh, I hope he hasn't been an inconvenience to you in any way.
Yeah. Just take that boy and go away.
We're very grateful for all you've done. Your technique has proven extremely effective.
Please, take him and leave.
Well, Mr. Drexell, you deserve a pat on the back.
Oh!
Let's go home.
Wait a minute. Oh, Roscoe. Great timing, Roscoe.
I knew it. Is there no limit to your caddishness?
Roscoe, get out of here, will you? Oh.
Daddy, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. Smoking is dangerous.
Tell me about it, honey. Those firecrackers nearly blew the grapes out of my Fruit of the Looms.
I made you some cookies.
Oh, great.
They kind of rose funny.
Yeah, they did kind of, didn't they? Maybe we could use these for the doorknobs we lost in the fire.
Daddy, you look awful.
Thanks, sweetie.
Any chance you'll ever heal?
Well, the bones and muscles, I'd say in a couple of weeks. With my faith in humankind, that may take a while. Can you take this,
Daddy, I still can't believe that sweet boy would do this without some provocation.
Oh, honey, as Grandpa Grammer is my witness, I am the victim here. By the way, I'm going to have the whole class over here Sunday afternoon, okay?
That's great. So you're going to do some teaching here at home?
No, actually, I'm going to get them all in the kitchen at one time and see if those burnt floorboards are safe.
Cool, maybe we can get one of the smaller ones to go up and check the gas leaks.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Are you sure you're going to be all right, Daddy?
Yeah, I'll be all right, sweetheart. I'm a little concerned about that disability check getting here in time for the Wednesday lotto. But I'll be back to work in a week. Till then, I just have to kick back and rest.
All right, so long, Daddy.
Okay,
Going to
sweetie.
school.
Okay.
We'll check in with you at lunchtime.
Okay. No, actually, you don't have to do that, sweetheart. I'll be okay. I'll just be here moaning from time to time. Okay, suckers, kiss your cash goodbye.
What is video vengeance? It's the chance to get even with someone you love. On national television. You'll see what we mean on this Saturday's Totally Hidden Video, right after a full hour of Cops. And this Sunday, join Stevie Wonder, Michael Bolton, Hammer, and many more for a special tribute to Ray Charles, 50 years in music. Now, stay tuned for 90210 next.